717K Tarot, going to be doing an all 12 zodiac sign reading, Aries to Pisces. We are going to see what your person wants to tell you and where this connection is heading. So we're going to start off with Aries, see what we have for you. What do we have for Aries? Aries, you pulled pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Let's do two more. We have healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents and then let go of control issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So there's a sense of having differences between your person, but at this time you could be feeling like you're all by yourself. Your family's not seeing you for the way you are. Like, let's say you could be normally outgoing and you confide with your parents, but lately they've been seeing you as someone who is kind of pulling back your energy, and I feel like you're starting to see who they are and how they no longer relate to your current self. And it looks like you're being shown what it is in your family line that needs changes in order for you to kind of have a new beginning with your person, because it looks like there's obstacles and conflicts because of the differences that you and your person has, but this connection is kind of like aligning a better union for you both. But there's a sense that you both need to kind of heal separately to have an open mind, because this relationship is very different. Like, you could come from like a wealthy family and they could have come from, I don't know, I'm just getting like more native, more nature, and there's a big clash to that. Spirit is really wanting you to kind of protect this connection by understanding your surroundings. All right, messages from your person, Aries. I bury myself in work to forget you. So, and then bottom of the deck we have, I'm starting to understand our connection. So there's a sense of avoiding intimacy, avoiding things that you don't understand, because there's a sense of triggering happening in this connection. And so the time apart is for the universe to kind of showcase what is happening so you can understand what your person is saying. That is what I have for you, Aries. We're going to move on to our lovely Taurus. Taurus, what do we have for you and your person, messages, and where this relationship is going? Let's see what we have for Taurus. Taurus, you pulled codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Oh no. And then we have past life relationships. You have known each other before. Okay, so I'm getting, Taurus, that you could have dreamt about this person or have repetitive dreams but not really know who that person is until you were able to sense them in like literal reality. So the connection that you might have with this person is like intoxicating. Like, so there's a lot of sexual tensions to it, and it's like you don't know why. It's like as soon as you guys like saw each other, it's just like boom, sparks. And there's a sense of like the big attachment that you have with this person is highlighting a lot of addictions you have in life. So I'm getting like, let's say one person could be like, you both are very active, but let's say one person doesn't really take care of their temple as well as the other one. So it's kind of like you're being looked at the differences that you both have, and it's making you reflect on the daily habits that you do have. Let's see, what is your person's message for you? Message for Taurus's person. I'm starting to understand our connection. What else? I wish things could be different. Bottom of the deck, we need to let each other go. I got 444. Oh, okay, so I'm not really getting the sense that you guys are going to literally let each other go, but there is a time apart with this person. It looks like right now the connection started off pretty much based on intimacy, and there is nothing grounding this connection where it cannot take off as friendship and it cannot take off as boyfriend girlfriend. So it's looking like one night stand or friends with benefits, but there's more to it than that. Hence I'm starting to understand our connection. So you guys could be, in time apart right now. It's almost like you both are obligated to two different things. I could be talking to a Taurus who has like 9 to 5 work, and the other one has night work, and it's just hard schedule wise differences. It's hard to talk and have like, intimate conversations unless you guys are literally going to bed. But it's like instead of talking, you guys just focus on, sex essentially. So it's like nothing productive is being done except cardio. um, so give it time. It's very divinely guided, Taurus. I hope this helps. We're going to be moving on to our lovely Gemini. That's so funny. All right, Gemini, what does the universe want to tell you about you and your person and where this connection is heading towards? Gemini. Ooh, okay, so we got wedding. The situation involves marriage, and we have let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So it looks like we're talking to a Gemini who's already kind of like told their friends, like, oh, I met a girl, I met a boy who's like everything. I don't know, man, this could be the one. Like things like that. And so there's a sense of like, I'm seeing a group of men just chatting up about like this bachelor who just somehow it's like they would have never thought this person could be. I mean, even you, Gemini, probably never thought like you would find your person, but there's a sense of like going from player ways to like committed, and you don't really know how to go about it. Interesting. Let's see. You could be younger than your person. Let's pull one more. What do we have for Gemini? Gemini. It says, getting to know each other as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So again, I feel like I could be talking to a Gemini who is very, very stoic in nature, a lot of like more on the logic side. You could have a very professional work where it doesn't kind of allows you to have like a poker face. Like you could be very nice to people where you're attracting a lot of, like ladies. I don't know if you're into like the service world, like hospitality. But there could be a Gemini that, attracts a lot of people, but deep inside it's like you already have a girl in mind, and it's that's what I'm getting. Okay, we're gonna finish off with the Hidden Truth Oracle. What does Gemini's person want to tell Gemini? It says, I wish I could share my good news with you, and I know I was a distraction from your pain. Back of deck. I regret lying to you. Interesting. So again, kind of like the channeled message earlier, it looks like when you met your person, you didn't know it was going to be the one until it kind of, you started to get to know them. And so in the beginning, even though the connection was very much intense, it's like you both fell for each other so hard without realizing or expecting to. And so you could have came across as like, yeah, I'm not committed, I'm not available. But next thing you know, it's like you woke up one day and it's like, why am I missing this person? Why can't I let go of this person? And so right now there could be distance between you both because of how the foundation started. And so now the other person is feeling like, do you not like me or something? And so there's that. And because there was distraction, I think one of you guys are still healing from your past connection. And so it's just a rocky start. But it looks like, let's see, are you guys gonna come together? Yeah, there's gonna be some shifts and changes ahead. It looks like there's going to be a reconciliation, a lot more innocent and just better grounding for both of you. So that's what I have for you, Gemini. We're going to be moving on to Cancer. Let's see, Cancer. What does the universe want to tell you about your current connection? And any messages from your person. Cancer, what do we have for Cancer? Ooh, it says express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. What else for Cancer? Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Interesting. Okay, let's do one more. One more for Cancer. Oh. It says playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. All right. So Cancer, I'm getting a Cancer who's very much serious. And there's a sense of you needing to allow yourself to have fun and not be guilty of being happy. Don't deprive yourself of the smile that you deserve to have. And you may not understand where this is going, but it's kind of like saying go with it. Travel in grace, knowing that you are protected by love. All right? So bring fun to it, and if you are feeling depleted, go home, take a nap. But there's a sense of letting go of control issues in this matter, and that if you choose to have fun with this person, be completely fun with this person, and not bring in expectations in the future. That's what I'm getting. It's almost like a Cancer trying to put a label on things. So it's like, I don't know, if you want to have fun with this person as a friend, have fun as a friend. But for somehow, if, it's going in a different route, but that's not what you want, then speak up about it. But don't hold this person accountable for something that you want. Like, there could be a clash that you want something, but this person may not. And so it's really up to how your body feels about this person. So we're gonna see what your person has for you. Messages from your person. Messages from Cancer's person. There's something about a signature. It says, I don't react when people mention you. I can't stop thinking about you. We need to let each other go. I believe I got this for Taurus. I wish things could be different. So it looks like there's a lot of differences between you guys right now, and the we need to let each other go is almost like just a time apart for now, because it looks like there's still a need to understand this connection. I'm getting there's a lot of triggering happening, because if you were once a serious Cancer and you're needing to put in fun, it's almost like one of those Cancers that grew up in a household where you have to earn your love. And so that's what I'm getting. But it looks like you both still have each other in your minds. Nothing is really changing. But what is being done here is healing apart. So that's what I have for you, Cancer. We're going to be moving on to Leo. All right. Let's see. What do we have for Leo? What does the universe want to tell you about your current connection? Any messages from your person? What do we have for Leo? Leo, what do we have for Leo? Leo, you got soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. And then it says this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. It looks like it's very, very clear that you already know who you want and where you are heading towards. what is going on here? I feel like there's still some lessons that need to be learned. I'm just getting there's something about family that goes against this relationship. I'm getting very much like magical versus mortal. And so I'm just getting like a Leo who's like looking at, okay, like how can I impress this person 101? How can I deal with boundaries 101? I'm getting that kind of Leo right now. There's a need to protect this. I feel like you guys are very much engulfed in each other. It's one of those connections that you guys really don't see anybody else except yourself. It's like you guys could make a trailer park into a literal like Disney World magic. Messages for Leo's person. Interesting. We both know I'm not the one for you. What else? Leo's person. Yeah, the timing just wasn't right for us. What else? We need to let each other go. You speak to me through music. So there's a strong spiritual connection that you guys have. It looks like you guys could still be telling each other through music how much you guys miss each other and love each other, but there's a big difference in you guys' connection that does not mesh in the world. Kind of like what I said, magic versus mortal, like magical creature versus mortals. It's like time apart is not, it's like the mortal being with the magical creature, it's just gonna hurt the mortal more because there's no sense of power or control over this. So whoever the magical creature is, it's like they're needing to, it's like the detach is a means of protection. That is what I'm getting. But it looks like in time this will come around. So but right now there's a sense of whoever the magical creature is, they're needing to hone in on their career is what I'm getting. And then if someone's going to college, there's a sense of like coming back together 6 months later. That's what I have for you, Leo. We're going to be moving on to Virgo. All right, what do we have for Virgo? What do we have for Virgo? What is this connection for Virgo? Messages from Virgo's person. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Interesting. One more for Virgo. One more. One more for Virgo. One more for Virgo. Children. Your love life is being affected by children. Yeah, we got 2 kids here, 2 kids again, 1 kid right here. Interesting. So I feel like what's deterring this connection is that obviously one could be in a family situation already, and there's a sense of being tied. I don't know if you guys see this, but there's a sense of like being tied to another family already, and so giving attention to another completely new thing, there's a sense of a clash where like you're still reminded of your past connection, and while you're trying to do something new with a new person, it's messy. That's what I'm getting. But know that this is a part of your journey because you are needing to heal family issues. There's always a solution to everything, but time is at play. Let's see what else. Messages from your person. Messages from Virgo's person. It says, I feel you leaving me behind. I wish things could be different. And just being near you is intoxicating. So I feel like someone, whoever had the family, it almost feels like a love affair. I think that's what I'm getting here. It's like you guys do love each other, but because you're tied into something traditional, but your heart resides in somebody else, it's starting to feel like even if you're no longer with your, like, let's say, last wife, last husband, there's a sense of betrayal because you do share assets and kids with the other person, where the foundation started with tradition and structure, whereas this one feels a little more, it started off with, it feels like lust, but it's like the heart space is in there. So there's something good about this, but there's a sense of, with the healing family issues, it's like feeling guilty of having and acquiring something that makes you really happy. Oh, that is so interesting. I don't know who I said this for, but there's a sense that I'm talking to a Virgo who grew up in a family where you have to earn love. So the fact that this love just came to you, at you, in the palm of your hands, it almost feels like feeling guilty of being happy. That's what I have for you, Virgo. We're gonna be moving on to Libra. Libra, what is this connection do you have with your person, and any messages? Libra, what do we have for Libra? We got chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. What else for Libra? Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. All right. What else? One more. One more for Libra. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Interesting. So I feel like there's a sense of past life connection that you have with this person. It feels very much like it's meant to be, like right time, perfect person, perfect timing, perfect place. But it's beautiful, it's magical, but everything else, it's like if you guys are not together, it's pretty much like shit, and it's like out of sight, out of mind. But once you guys are together, it's like make out in Central Park and everywhere. But you guys are so different. It's like night and day. But it's like, how does the moon and sun balance that out? Huh. All right, messages from Libra's person. Oh, I love you unconditionally. I bury myself and work to forget you. Again, it just tells me that it's a very strong connection. You guys are pretty much like two peas in a pod. All you guys really need to do is like get married and stay in the blankets forever. But I feel like because that is such a jump from 0 to 100, you know, it's not societal norm to like meet someone so cool and it's like all about you, and it's like, can we just get married? It's getting one of those like, hey, like those couples that needs to elope and just do it. I want to feel that way again. I will wait for a sign for you. So there's a sense of like you both are needing to be very spontaneous, or you guys have to talk to each other, discuss the elephant in the room about this connection, you guys' feelings, and where you guys want this to go. Because there's a sense that you both, there's it's almost like two magnets, like this. There's a sense that you both are wanting structure out of this because you want long-term solutions. And you guys are not the type of people to just like, hey, let's just make it happen, let's get married, and like forget about the rest. It's almost like you both are tied into like important careers, important family values and situations, and you guys really want to make this work. And so there's a sense of like you guys could continue to try again, but it's always met with blocks. So you guys need to talk. A one-on-one talk is necessary for this. All right, so moving on to Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio? Scorpio, what does your connection with this person entails, and any messages from your person? right, Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio? Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio? All right, it says playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Let's get one more. Is it safe? It is safe for you to love. I don't know why I wanted to say that as a question, but it is safe, Scorpio. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. I feel like I'm talking to a Scorpio, male or female, who is really being guided by their intuition. And I feel like it's like if something doesn't feel right, you're pretty much gonna keep moving forward as fast as you can. But it almost feels like someone around you made you feel very, very at home. And it's like the angels also like this for you. It almost feels like Garden of Eden situation, where it's like in the forest and the woods, it's like time disappears, but in reality, it feels like you both are different. There's masked. It's almost like a couple, like let's say a connection where like you guys are already like technically married spiritually, but like if you guys see each other face to face, it's like I don't effing know you. Like kind of like Romeo and Juliet. Let's see. Finding out the truth crushed me. You don't know how hard it was to let you go. I left you before you could leave me, and I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. Wow, it's giving me I don't know if you guys saw Love, Death, and Robots in Netflix, but there's one called Jibaro. It's essentially like a story between a siren or a mythical creature and how she's filled with gold, and then she comes across a very greedy, like, I don't know, military knight of some sort, and they learn lessons from this intoxicating love that they share. And it's like everything resets. There's bad blood, but at the same time there's no bad blood. It's almost like the spiritual lesson was necessary for the Scorpio in order to create this like foundation block for your next life when you come back to Earth. I don't know why I'm getting that, but that is what I have for you, Scorpio. We're going to be moving on to Sagittarius. Sagittarius, what is this connection you have? What does it entail? And any messages from your person? What do we have for Sagittarius? Let's do one. Okay. It says, you deserve love, you are lovable, and retreat. It is time to disconnect from the world. I feel like between you and your person, there could have been a fallout recently, and you're trying to manifest them back again. And it's like you want to go towards this person, but it's like it's a slippery slope is what I'm getting. And so I think you could be messaging them, asking them out on a date, and you guys could just go out in nature. That is what I'm getting. Let's pull one more. Let's pull one more for Sagittarius. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. Yeah, I feel like time apart from this person is just a no-no. Because it's like, you already know. Like, there's something about this you just cannot let go. And so you keep manifesting them even though you don't understand why. And so it's kind of saying like, meditate, really think about the path. Like you see your person, you know where they are. Create a plan, a structure to get from point A to point B. That's what I'm getting. Messages from your person. It says, it was my fault, but I blamed you. I can't stop thinking about you. You came closer than anyone. I lost myself for a little while. So I'm getting like, let's say a Sagittarius, you know, like when you're hiking, you kind of like find signs of how to get back to point A to point B, but it's like you lost yourself in the forest of mushrooms somehow. I don't know why I'm getting this. And there's a sense of like not being able to use your intuition to get yourself back again. There's a sense of like you were meant to get lost in order for you to kind of sharpen your intuition while you're in this phase of being lost. So it's kind of like, okay, I need to stay in this forest for like 1 to 2 days because I need to know how the sun sets, how it sets when it looks like, how the sun sets and its shadow towards the tree, so I know what time 3 p.m. is, and then I could make a move. It's kind of like this very, very much timing, intuitive timing. But that's what I have for you, Sagittarius. Very interesting. We're going to be moving on to Capricorn. Capricorn, what is this journey that you have with your person? What does it entail, and what is the messages? Ooh, too much. Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn? It says, let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Capricorn. Tell me more for Capricorn. Okay, and then we have pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Let's do one more for Capricorn. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So I feel like you already know your person. You're already with your person. But there's a sense that you could be feeling like waning because there's someone around you that's kind of like getting in your head. And I'm getting it could be like a parental figure that's seeing that you're about to take a leap of faith towards this person that is very unusual of your character. So like you could be very obedient, but it's like your mother is seeing you like being very secretive, holding information, and like this person sees you changing, and they're connecting it with a connection they may not even know you have, but they just know, like, I know a girl is doing this. I just know. And so it looks like there's been like separation from you and your partner, and I feel like you can confide with your friend. So that's what's happening here. Like, how can you make this work? Messages from your person. You speak to me to music. You came closer than anyone. I wish things could be different. Yep, let your friends help you. I regret lying to you. So again, I feel like this lie is not a big deal, but it could feel like it in the connection, especially when you're trying to deny a connection that's very much felt strongly between the both of you. I feel like it's the differences that you guys have. I feel like one could be very much traditional in family matters, and the other one's a little bit more free-spirited. So that's what I have for you, Capricorn. We're moving on to Aquarius. Aquarius, what does this connection entail, and any messages from your person? Aquarius. Reconciliation. Someone from your past is returning to your life. Separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Interesting. What else for Aquarius? What do you have for Aquarius? It says, make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. So it looks like you guys were already in a connection already, but something happened where it's almost like it killed your heart and it killed this person's heart too. It's very interesting. but there's a sense of like still being connected to each other in a way. There's a lot of spiritual lessons to this. um, it feels like there's not a lot of bad blood, but at the same time there's still healing that needs to take place. This is actually really cute. I don't know if you like kissing someone's cheek, but you both are very much childlike when it came to this connection, and so something happened that brought you two apart. There's a sense of like, I don't know, there's a sense of like this being a past life connection where one person could have had like a military background back then, and there's a sense of like, I'm obligated to do something else. So in a way, like, to translate that in modern terms, it's like someone following the societal norm, not knowing that they needed to stand up for, it's like standing up for like military, family, things like that, but not standing up for the person you love. That doesn't make any sense. But that's what I have. It's like conditioning. My life is not together as it seems. You don't know how hard it was to let you go, and finding out the truth crushed me. I hid who I really am from you. Yep. Yeah, one person here was not being vulnerable, but the connection was pretty much like, it was there, it was real. But how it ended, it almost left one person thinking, like, did you even really love me at all? Was this even true? It was just a very much false start because someone was hiding everything. Why is that? I don't know, but I feel like it was built on a bunch of insecurities that this person didn't want to see about themselves, but at the same time wanted to benefit from the funness of the connection, which is BS, by the way. All right, moving on to Pisces. What do you have in this connection? What does it entail? And what does your person want to tell you? Pisces, Pisces. Pisces. It says you deserve love. You are lovable. Pisces. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. So there could be a disconnect. There's a sense of wanting to manifest this person and wanting them to understand where you are at, but it's like you could be sending messages, but it's not being heard or being acknowledged. But at the same time, it's like you can't go through this person because you guys are two worlds apart, or literally just distance is at play here. And it's like, if you're working all day, you can't come to your person. If they, and you would be tired at night and your person's working. So it's like there's a big mismatch here happening. I wish things could be different. I want to tell you how I feel. What else? I am starting to understand this connection, and I will wait for a sign from you. So that is what I have for you, Pisces. Hope everyone likes this reading, and if you guys find me in this channel, know that I'll be starting doing live readings, and hope you guys like it. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. All right, peace out.